Here's our place setting for our birthday dinner tonight. Hi there, everyone. Today I'm going to make a shaved Brussels sprout salad, which means these aren't going to be cooked. It's really good. I have altered the recipe that I found online, and I've done a few changes. So instead of the dried cranberries, I'm going to use dried cherries, and I'm going to use some pine nuts that are already toasted, and it's going to be really good. I did get a new mandolin that I ordered that isn't as dangerous to use, because the one I have had for years, it is dangerous. So I bought this new one, and there's different attachments, 4 different attachments, and what I like about this one is it has a lid on it, and what I'm going to do is attach whichever one I'm going to use, and then I have this little attachment that goes on whatever you're going to slice, and that way I'm not going to get any chance of cutting myself. So anyway, this is a very nice salad because I've looked at it. I haven't tried it yet, but I can tell you just by looking at it, it looks really good. So I'm making a dinner for my son's girlfriend, future wife, and I'm going to use this as a side. I'm also doing a salad. I'm doing scampi and rice, and I might show you the final dinner. I'm not sure yet, but this is a side that I'm doing for this meal. So let's get started. Okay, so this isn't supposed to be a tutorial for my mandolin, but I'm going to show you anyway. You just attach it and see how easy this is. Now you can use a knife and finely grate this if you'd like. This is so easy. See how easy that is? And I don't even need to take off these stems. I don't even need to cut them off. It's just more work, and there they are. So I'm going to continue doing this. I'm just going to attach this, and this is good for onions, tomatoes. It'll just attach right to it. So I'm going to continue shredding this, and I'll see you when I'm finished. So all the amounts and the ingredients will be underneath the video in the description. I am going to use olive oil, lemon juice. We're going to, like I said, have pine nuts and the dried cherries. We're going to have Parmesan cheese. You can have chives or green onions. I have green onions, so I'm going to use those, and some Parmesan cheese, salt and pepper. So I'm showing you, if you do not have a mandolin, you can just take a knife and very easily do it like this. You do not have to have a mandolin. You just slice them very thin, that's why it's called shaved Brussels sprout salad. They're very thin. And like I said, it works really well if you don't have a mandolin. And so anyway, this is about. I use a jar, and a lot of times I save my olive jars to do stuff like this when I make my own homemade dressing. So there is our lemon juice, which is a 1/4 cup, and then I'm going to pour a 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil in that jar as well, because that's where I'm going to use my dressing. I won't be using this complete dressing with this. I'll use most of it though. So I'm just going to add my liquid in here, and then I'm going to just add all my ingredients together, and we'll toss it. So I'll be right back. We want approximately 1/3 of either chives or green scallions. So I'm chopping right about 1/3 a cup. Doesn't have to be exact. Okay, here's our shaved Brussels sprouts. Now you want 4 cups. That's what the recipe is for. So you're going to put it in a bowl, just like that, and it's going to look just like that. Then you're going to add your cherries, your dried cherries, and I did cut those up. You're going to add your pine nuts and either your chives or your green onions, and you're going to kind of toss everything together, just like this. And then you're going to, 15 minutes before you eat, you're going to add your lemon juice and olive oil to it. And then if you want, you're going to add your Parmesan cheese. You can either grate it or you can shave it whatever you want. So this is it. So I'm going to add the vinaigrette just before, about 20 minutes before we eat. Okay, now we're going to pour the dressing over it, the lemon, and I am going to use all of this vinaigrette. I did, by the way, I did cut myself because I was in a hurry and I didn't use that guard. Please don't do that. Here I was bragging about my new mandolin, and I just for a minute when I was shredding some cheese, I shred my right near my thumb instead. But anyway, let's try this. The cheese is optional. I'm just going to kind of put some shredded cheese on the top, and like I said, it's optional. This is really good. I just took a taste of it. It's really good with the pine nuts and those dried cherries. And it is very tart with the vinaigrette, but it's really good. And the cheese on it really adds a lot to it also. So I would give this a try. But what you don't want to give a try is your mandolin without a guard. I don't know why I did that. I think I'm kind of in a hurry trying to get everything together, and I just didn't put the guard on. So don't do what I did. I hope you give this a try, and I hope it turns out great for you. Thank you so much for watching.